Test. Alright, there we go. Alright. Alright. What's up, Toast? What's up, Uti? Hello, hello. I'm gonna continue setting up stuff because I'm not done yet. No. YouTube. Nice. Hey, Samskio. I'll do a proper intro in a little bit once I'm all set up. Look, it's a little sniper boat. Alright, starting up the second modem. Putting on a glove because my hand is cold. It should not be cold. Alright. Go there. There. Hey, fella. Hey, Katie. Oh, hello, everyone. Welcome. On this very chilly and hopefully no rainy day. It's been very quiet on the river. Like yesterday, all day, even this morning. There's a few ships on the way now, but I don't expect too much action, so we'll keep it slow. Oh no, overlay thing is borked. I'll fix that in a little bit. Let me first make sure all the rest is set up. Yeah, overlay is definitely borked somehow. Why the hell is my mobile service network selection? That won't work. Okay, so it's just a number that would. Interesting. I feel like the camera is tilted again. Oh, damn it. Silly camera. The inlander, oh yeah. Inlanders sometimes don't work. I don't know why. Alright, I think that's good enough. What is that thing? This is the dredging ship we saw on Friday as well. Still dredging here. Hang on. Second modem problems. Working on it. I should just keep this on automatic. Hey, Teapot. Hey, Akandas. Hello, everyone. Come on, modem. I believe in you. You can do it. I forgot one thing I wanted to grab. Oh no, wait. My thick gloves are here. I put them in the center console of the car. Okay, that should hopefully help a bit. Am I able to go all the way? Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. So this is a little dredge that's active here. The Muhari. Network selection automatic. I should hopefully, there we go. That is better. Hey, Bruce. Has a very interesting bow, this one. It's completely like flat. It's like the Windows XP bow. Oh, the camera's shaky again from the wind. There's still a lot of wind actually. No, turn on the hotspot functionality. Yes, go here. Press search for Wi-Fi's. Wind is blowing 26. There's wind gusts up. So yesterday were wind gusts up to like 100 kilometers an hour. I think today it's more up to 50 kilometers an hour wind gusts. This guy, we missed Melina. Yeah, we did. Fan favorite Melina. There is a container ship coming our way though. I'll show her in a minute once we're all set up. Okay, 2 connections. That's good. That is good. And it's good that T is here. I think we're all set up now. Hey, Yard Animal. All right, welcome everybody on this gloomy Sunday, I would say. It was even raining when I left the house, but here it is dry. I hope we can keep it dry for a few hours at least while we just hang out by the river. It's been a very quiet 2 days because I feel like there were no ships coming in. The pilots were just not even able to board, I think, the ships. So yeah, oh, look, he's making a maneuver. Good morning, Looper from Nova Scotia, other side of the pond. There are a few ships. I'll check the radar in a little bit that we will see today, but I don't expect to see any crazy shenanigans today. With all this wind, activity has been reduced. Still wind on the south coast. Yeah. Same here. Okay, let's check out the container ship that is approaching. So over there we have a smaller container ship coming our way. It's nice to be out by the water though. I've been dealing with some kind of like pinched nerve in my, I don't know, shoulder somewhere on my back. And like I can feel all the way up to my left hand. It's really annoying. Alright. So I'm just glad to be out here chilling and hopefully clearing my mind a little bit. Let's see that everything is set up here. Okay, that's also good. Pinched nerves are the worst. Oh, dude, it's the first time I had. It's really like when your hand starts to feel a little bit numb. It's creepy. Henrika Schulte on the way to Rotterdam. 275 meters long, 40 meters wide. Currently 10 meters in the water. Hong Kong flag and built in 2011. She's an oldie. Well, no, she's an adult ship. Okay, let's check the radar, see what else we can expect in the next few hours. Let's see. Is that a sailing vessel? There's a sailing vessel under the Canadian flag. I'm not sure if it's gonna come all the way here, but it is on the river. Looking at the coast, there. Arklow Cliff is coming in, which is a general cargo ship. Valiant container ship is coming in, 300 meter one. Is that the one that came? No, that came from Hamburg. I know there's also a ship that came from Colombo. I think that's on the way. Is it that one? MSC Mandy came from Bremerhaven. It's also coming in. Hey Mitchell. Hi. I see you. YouTube chat. I also see you. I'm just checking the radar right now to see what we can expect today. So that's all from the coast for now. So a few container ships. Funny thing, on Friday we saw the world's biggest, in terms of capacity for containers, the Loretto. And we saw that it had destination Antwerp and it left Antwerp. And it's actually still on the coastline here, just drifting, waiting to go back to Antwerp. So I guess they just chose to go onto the coast because it's cheaper than paying port fees. So funny enough, the Loretto is coming back at some point. I don't know when, but we'll see. Okay, then if we look towards the port, so we have the Henrika Schulte that we're looking at. There's the Loyal. No, that's an inland ship. It's not. A lot of inland ships are coming our way, but yeah, those are not that exciting. Seen plenty of those. Oh, the HSL Nike is coming. Small container ship. Yeah, no, still not much action on the river, honestly. Loretta has moved closer to shore. She's doing 30 knots now. Yeah, but she was pretty far out, so by the time she's ever gets here, it will be dark. Let's see where Loretto is. MSC Loretto. MSC. Oh no, I need to shoot on the map. Oh, yeah, there she is. Yeah, but it doesn't look like she's going towards the entry. She's going towards, I think, an anchor point. Oh, sorry. I was looking so long at the radar that the ship has gone out of frame. There we go. Cool. Yeah, she's moving towards the Steenbank. I think she's going to go for anchor there. While she waits to come in. Ah, it's nice to have some fresh air though. Steaming to Steenbank, yeah. I'm again sitting in my car today, hiding from the wind gusts. I have a very interesting setup today. I attached the clamp that I usually attach to the tripod to my steering wheel of my car. It's really funny. I should make a photo and post it on the Discord. There. Okay, that's what we're dealing with here. Let's go like this. Okay, I'll post that to the Discord. The setup of the day. Oh, the Seaways got a tug. I just saw in the Discord. I saw her just take the corner as I arrived. She didn't have a tug on her yet, so they just attached the tug for the sluice, I guess. Let's post this here. Here we go. Okay, I'm back in chat. Alright, so in the Discord you can now see the setup for today. Have you seen the boat of Sinterklaas yet? No. We didn't see it arrive, and also I didn't see it leave, but apparently he already left. He should be back in Spain by now. So, the man has a magic boat that goes really fast. Help to stay on course, entering the lock. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, the currents and the waves and stuff must be really heavy over the past 2 days with all the wind. We saw it in how little ships came in, right? Every time I checked the radar, there were almost no ships coming in. The boat gets wings and then it flies to Spain. That's an option. There's still a lot of wind, but I have to say that the waves are not that crazy today, because if you look at the little inland ships that are coming, remember on Friday that they were like bashing into the waves? There's none of that today. The wind has turned though. It came from the west. Now it's more like northeastern, the wind. So maybe if we have a ship going upstream towards Antwerp, that we'll see some more waves. We'll see. We have some kind of government vehicle, I think, standing on the other side of the parking lot. What are you? Are you customs? Are you police? It's customs doing their inspections from shore. Do you know why they made it 999.99 meter? Yes, it's specifically for in a lot of places you pay fees. It's military police. Oh. In a lot of places you pay fees based on length overall of your ship. So how long your ship is, and those are like tables, and there is a higher tariff starting at 400. So as long as they stay below 400, they don't have that those higher taxes. Customs are white with gray stripes. Oh, okay. Is the military police? Well, they parked on the other side, so we'll leave each other alone. The Ro-Ro looks neat. Is there a Ro-Ro on the way? I didn't see a Ro-Ro on the radar. She's making her turn. Wait, it's Sunday? It is Sunday. Oh, you're answering a question? Oh, what ship do you like to see all day? I don't really have a specific preference. I like the variety of ships. I love how you have Ro-Ros and then the Ro-Cos and then the container ships, a tanker in between. Yeah, I just like the variation in it. There's no specific. Of course, it's always cool to see the giant ones, the giga ships, the 400-meter big boys, which we saw one on Friday. What is happening in the distance over there? Let's do a digital zoom for a second here. What is that structure? Is that like somebody's, like a container? Oh yeah, that's like a building. First time I see that. Interesting. Okay, let's get out of the digital zoom. Okay. I like big ships and I cannot lie. For it being such a hazy day, the visibility is pretty good actually. Or a gloomy day, I think that's the word I used in the beginning. Am I in a different spot today? No, same spot. Once winter is over and spring arrives and the temperature and weather improves, I will explore more places along the river, but this is the only spot where I can be comfortably warm in the car while still spotting. All other places I will have to get out of the car and be outdoors more, which is fine if it's not as cold and windy as today. So we'll look into that in spring, other spots. I do see another, that's probably the general cargo ship coming from Antwerp now as well. Nothing really coming from the coast so far. They were still pretty far out. So yeah, if anyone has hints for pinched shoulder nerves, let me know. Even sitting in the car here, I can feel it. 5,605 TEUs can go on this one. Where is it going? Rotterdam, right? Yeah, Rotterdam. Short little hop to the big neighbor port from Antwerp. seagulls are circling us. Steam seagulls. There they are. So hi to the people watching on YouTube. You can also read your messages if you have questions or anything. Feel free to type in the chat. She's not that full, is she? Yeah, she can go a lot deeper. She does have a nice bulge, doesn't she? Should we take a closer look at the bulge? Yeah, controlling the camera from the car is a little bit more iffy. There we go. Look at that bulge. It's even the right colors for the emo. Yeah, it's kind of similar. That's true. It has a little white line with the markings as well. So she has one bow thruster and her bulb is 7.4. If I read it correctly, 7.4 meters long. Oh, she's scratched though. Look at her. She's seen some rough handling on her sides. That's probably just from the case though. On the black markings. Do they have a basketball court there with the nets? Hey mate, yeah, I think that's a basketball court. Play some ball on the deck next to the chimney. Three years since the last dry dock. Gotcha. Oh, look how high she is in the water. You can see her her steering fin. Look at that. Yeah, she's really high. Maybe she's emptying out to go through the dry dock. Although no, 3 years is not long enough, right? Hey Hot Labs, welcome. Her fully laden draft is 17 point, wow. So currently she's 10 meters in the water and she can go even 7.6 meters deeper. So that's, I guess, the whole orange red part can go in the water and then she's fully submerged. Wow, my voice is dying. Let me grab some tea while we look at her. I do see the next one coming from Antwerp on the horizon, but that'll be another 20-ish minutes till she's here. And you also see the first ships coming from the coast now, so there's some action, The military police has just left us. Maybe she has some important load on her. The max tide dependent draught for the river is 13.1 meters. It's Johnny Nutsack from Twitch. Welcome to YouTube, dude. There's no ads here. Hey, Bezzy. Indeed, some relaxing Sunday shippies. I don't know what they were doing here, the military police. Maybe there's some important load on this ship, some important container that they are trying to keep an eye out for. I have no idea. All right, I think the biggest ship of the day has now appeared on the horizon. That might be the biggest one that we see today. I think it's a 300 meterer. There she is in the distance. There's also a little dredge there in the foreground here. Yeah, they're shipping Nikes. Another low rider coming in. This one looks to be pretty low in the water. So this one is going upstream. Does this one have more waves? Nah, I feel like the water is a lot more quiet than Friday. That's the Valiant that we were looking at. Okay, going from Hamburg, 300 meters. I was exactly correct. Cool. And then the one that's coming from Antwerp, a lot of smaller. That's the Melina, by the way. I know some of you are big fans of Melina. That little speck almost near the church. That's Melina. Oh, and there's the general cargo ship that's coming our way as well. Wow, is that Eeltang going all the way to Castrop-Rauxel? That's pretty deep in Germany. Yeah, that's the HSL Nike. That's where all your shoes are on. All your Air Jordans. A whole flock of birds that... nah, too late. Just flew by. The HSL Nike is on the way to Valencia in Spain. Container ship, 210 meters, 30 meters wide. Currently also 10 meter draw. I feel like 10 meter draw is the current max maybe, or it is low tide right now, so the water is at its lowest point. Liberia flag, 2005 it was built, so it's 20 years old next year. Midland 5K, good afternoon. Skull. I'll drink some tea to that. So yeah, for all of you who joined a bit later now, it's been a very quiet weekend on the river. Not a lot of ship movements because of a storm that came by. Even today, it's still very quiet. There are a few ships coming in and out, but it's the bare minimum, I would say. There's a lot of ships parked in front of the coast. Another update is as well the Loreto. The one that we saw on Friday, one of the biggest in the world. Well, the biggest in the world, with 5 others. Is coming back to Antwerp. It has been drifting in front of the coast for the past 2 days. It does appear that it's gonna come back at some point. I don't know how or when. But maybe we can catch her again coming in. That would be funny. See her go out and then come back in. what makes it the biggest? Capacity. It can carry, if it's fully loaded, 24,346, I think was the number, containers. So it's capacity-wise. There's only six MSC ships, they're all from MSC, with that amount of capacity. Look at the little inland ships coming in, going towards Ghent. I promise you it's not sinking, it's just low. How does it have more capacity than other ships the same size? That's a good question. I think the way they are built, probably. Maybe the way the superstructure is built, or the way the hull. Maybe they have some extra room in there. What's up, Demon Days? Welcome to YouTube. Maybe, I think that the chimney structure was also smaller, so maybe that's a way to get more capacity on it. Crew quarters, we don't need those. I think they still need it. But yeah. It's definitely, those ships are definitely not the biggest in terms of like gross tonnage. Because the second biggest in terms of capacity have a lot bigger gross tonnage. So it's very, yeah, I don't know. Dude, look at that windmill go. It is windy. The Castellum is on the way to Terneuzen now, so it's gonna dock just beyond the sluice then probably. We have ads. Well, not for the people on YouTube. You guys can keep watching. People on Twitch are having ads right now. It's crazy how low they go. You can see the water is spilling over the freeboards. So if you would have to walk from the back to the front right now, you have to walk over the closure, over the hull, the cargo hold. Because if you would walk by the side, you would get very wet feet. So she's completely filled up. Gross tonnage, exactly. Dude, we've got the security guy from the chemical plant coming back. I recognize him. Oh, I recognize a car. So definitely him. Oh, he's getting back out of here. Was another guy in the car. Inspection done. It's safe. It's not a weird dude standing here. What happened to the hole digger? I've seen him a few times since, Bezzy. I think the guy just comes here to dig sea bait. Which is also, so as you all know by now, or some of you, the regulars know, this whole area where the ships go through is officially a Nature 2000 nature protected area. So you cannot fly a drone above it. And it has a whole management document of like activities that are not allowed or exceptions which are allowed. One of the exceptions that is allowed is digging up sea bait. Also, you're allowed to go with hovercrafts on the river. But you're not allowed to go on with a drone. Imagine if you could get really cool drone shots. Too bad. So yeah, back to the Nike that is coming in. Fair enough. I know, Ikke. This problem is that I'm live streaming and I cannot do it. I will get in trouble for doing it live. But indeed, if you do it here just for your own fun and then you fly and you get out of there, there's no problem. But I don't want to get in trouble with anyone here. I love this spot. So I'm gonna stick to the rules. A personal hovercraft can cost 5,000 to 48,000 euros depending on new dono goal. I mean, I think for like 20 to 50,000 euros I can buy some kind of like little boat that I can go on the water with. And then we can also get really close to the ships. Although it might be hard steering and streaming and filming at the same time. But yeah, if anybody wants to donate a ship to me, then I'll gladly accept it. Do you know? And I might be selling a boat. No, not selling. If anyone wants to donate a boat to me. That's pretty interesting. There's a guy standing here waving. Oh, I missed it. I think he's waving to someone on the other side, actually. I'm not gonna... Oh, wait. He's done waving. He was waving at his girlfriend on the other side. Tololo and Gaspar, are they selling their boat again? How many boats have they bought and sold? They're real boat merchants by now. He has a boat with a PTZ mounted on it for his vlogs. That is cool. That would be very cool to like be on the river here and then just like be able to sail by the big ships. Oh, that would be epic. They haven't even done a final stream on Twitch, really? Huh, interesting. Gaspar will continue on his French language channel. Wait, but if he sold the boat, then what will he do? Wasn't like boating the thing he did on that channel? Times are changing, aren't they? Makes me feel old. Not sailing. Gotcha. I guess the sailing streams they were doing never really... I think they hoped to grow more by doing that, but it never really did. From what I saw. I think they should have just started streaming on Twitch, actually. Yeah, on YouTube as well. Multi-streaming. Or do more YouTube type content on their boat. Anyway. The cost to do it must be crazy. Yeah, it's super expensive to own a boat. Because yeah, once you own it, that's only part of the cost, right? Then it's maintenance. I think, and that's already quite expensive. You have to put it somewhere, which would also be paid. You can't just leave your boat anywhere and not pay for it. Port fees, basically. I am sorry for the wobbly image today, but it's just because of the wind. There's not much I can do with that for that today. Another low flyer coming in. Multi-streaming on my phone. No. We are streaming from a very expensive DSLR camera. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to do this zoom. A phone cannot do this. Or this. Someone do the math on how many Nikes we can fit on that ship. Wait, first we need a contest to tell us the container capacity. And then we need to figure out how many shoe boxes fit in one TEU. And then we can calculate how many Nikes can be on the HSL Nike. I feel like it's a good exercise. A boat costs money, a ship earns money. It's a good one. Okay, so we got the number. 2,556 TEU. Now, somebody open ChatGPT or similar and ask how many shoeboxes fit in one TEU. I'm sure it will give you some crazy number. Now we multiply them and now we have the Nike index. How much Nikes fit on a ship. We're doing very important calculations here now. So that will be 13,037,064 shoe boxes. There we go. If you do that times 2, you have the amount of shoes. There will be 26 million something shoes. It's all for science. Is it Walsorden? No, I'm standing at Terneuzen. If I zoom a little bit over here, you might recognize this if you're from the area. This is the entryway to the canal. The canal to Ghent starts here. So this is where the ships take a right-hand turn, as this one is doing, to go to Ghent. You can see the nuclear power plant cooling towers in the distance as well there. That's Antwerp. And this is the Nike boat. I would like to go to Walsorden for a stream, but I'm gonna wait until spring when the weather is warmer again. Okay, so the container ship that's coming from the coast is approaching. By the time this one gets here, it will be nice and close. 10,000 pairs? No. 13 million pairs on the ship. That fella, you're making it too complicated for Toast. His mind is gonna explode. Not sure it's taking into account the thickness of the container either. You also have to take into account that every few containers might have some cocaine in them. So why did I ask? In Twitch chat, they answered the question: how many pairs of Nikes that fit? I didn't do the math. Twitch did. Imagine if you're in the EU, Nike loads and loads of containers with shoes. One of the biggest distribution centers for Europe is in Belgium, actually, for Nike. It's somewhere in Limburg, I believe. Or is it Antwerp? It might be Province Antwerp or Province Limburg in Belgium. I asked ChatGPT, so ChatGPT calculates a stowage loss of 50%. So that would still mean that there is 9,620,000 shoe boxes with Nikes on the ship. And they're all going to Rotterdam. Wait, is this one going? No, wait, where's this? No, this one's going to Valencia, Spain, yeah. Well, great math, everyone. Hope you all learned something new today. It elaborates too much, I hate it. You can ask it in the prompt to give a very brief answer, and then it will, if it annoys you. I like ChatGPT a lot. I use it so much for sending emails and stuff. I just give a quick summary of what I want to say, and then it makes a very polite or good-looking text. You learn that you suck at math. Well, we learn something new about ourselves every day. Sometimes good. Oh no, it's the uh-oh. I'm seeing a few raindrops on the car windshield. Please do not start raining. Please do not start raining. Yeah, but Ben Radar didn't say any rain when I left the house, and I stepped outside and it was raining on me, so it's not 100% accurate. I should be fine. Or just a few drops. There's no new drops so far, so. Wait, is there trucks on the... Is that an RV? Or a trailer? What is that? It's definitely a fuel trailer at the front, but behind it's like an RV or something. That's an interesting load. Yeah, I guess it's some big RV type thing. Yeah, the tanker trailer's in the front, but I mean the thing in the back. It's probably like a trailer RV type thing. Like one of those that you see on movie sets, where the actor can chill in. Oh, look at that beautiful nose cutting through the water. Looks good. Also has the cranes to unload itself if the port doesn't have cranes. That should be hallucinating. ChatGPT sometimes has some extra. It's good at fantasizing. Ooh, it's a smelly one, this ship. You can smell her exhaust fumes. Now, there's two people going out for a walk here. It's brave in this weather. Meanwhile, zoom in a little bit. There you go. Beautiful. Hey Zoe, good afternoon. The 300 meter is also getting closer. I just spin a little bit. There she's coming. There she is. We'll see her in a little bit. Let's keep our eye out on the Nike for now. Oh, bounce. Olivia is on the move again, going to Tunisia from Vlissingen and Anchorage. Ooh, a new ship. Neat. We can do it like this for a little bit. There we go. We check the radar for a minute. John Paul K. It does look like a lot of ships are starting to move again now, so maybe the wind has died down enough. We also have the MSC Mandy 3 coming in, and then indeed a few ships that were at Anchorage at the beginning of the river here starting to move. John Paul K, the Olivia. We might have some more action coming. It's neat. I do feel like the camera is a bit too tilted. Hang on. There we go. There we go. Can we Can we get the 300 meter one on the overlay? I want to see. I don't know where it came from. But then I can see the stats. Yeah, you see behind the pier there, that's the ships that are starting to move as well. So this is the Valiant. Oh yeah, she came from Hamburg. I forgot. 300 meters long, 48 meters wide, 10.7 meter draught. That's probably why she can come in, because she's not too deep. Going 14.6 knots. Malta flag, built in 2013. So far the clouds are looking okay for rain, I think. I wonder if that was on Hamburg Haven Live. Could be. Doesn't unless she has gone in hiding. I know, Demon Days. I said it before. They never use that pier. They should just remove it. They have a lot of other piers around the corner. Did I see the Costco Scorpio cut? No, it came in after dark. Or I think it actually came in on Saturday morning even. But yeah, we didn't see it come in anymore. Yeah, it was early. We saw the Loretto on Friday. But she came in so late that we didn't see her. I think she even parked in front of the... Yeah, I remember now. So she was here in time, so we could have seen her, but she parked in front of the coast because, yeah, she couldn't come in. And then Saturday morning, very early, I would say like between 4 a.m. and 10 a.m., a ton of ships came in because the wind had died down for a little bit. So a ton of ships came in, and then it all stopped again until now, honestly. It was pretty dead on the river. But the one we are looking at now might be the biggest one that we will see today, 300 meter. Unless some surprise ship pops up. Let me check the canal from Ghent. I didn't check that thing yet. If there's anything on it. And there's some smaller ships on the sluice. Nope. Going upstream. Nothing. Still nothing. What are you? Nope. 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 Oh, what are you? There is a chemical oil tanker coming from Ghent. He's still a bit out. 180 meters. Let me stream from the pier, but then I can't sit in my car out of the wind, dude. Maybe we'll do that because you can't walk all the way there and stand underneath it. It is possible. There are like 50 cameras around that pier, so it's pretty, don't have to like me standing there with a camera. There's a lot of CCTV. The 251 is coming from Antwerp. Oh no, I see more drops on this windshield. No. Come on. Come on, rain. Go away. Isn't there a roof? Yes. There is, but I highly doubt they'll allow me in there. Also, to reach it, you can only reach it from the chemical plant itself. You have to walk the entire pier from the plant. Anyway, coming from Antwerp. I mean that one. Yeah, that one is still very far away. As a security guard friend. Got the little dredge coming out again for another swoop. Look at the clear skies now in Vlissingen. So yeah, now you can clearly see the design on this dredge. Like the whole bow is flat. Oh, there's a man standing on the front as well. He thinks he's Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic. I also see a helicopter in the distance, I think, in the sky. Yeah, that's a helicopter for sure. Yeah, the Mahuri is just dredging there. He's not really going anywhere. And then I think this is the Reynard, which we saw dredge on Friday as well. The Nike, and then almost gonna come around the pier. The Valiant. Ads are playing on Twitch, YouTube. It's now just you and me. People on Twitch are watching ads. Any questions from the YouTube people? It's a police helicopter. It's an Augusta. Okay. Cool. It's good, Demon Days. It's good. You can see the little ship underneath the pier there. That's like parked up. I don't think it's moving. I think that one is still anchored. Alright, let's switch to the Valiant. It does appear that it's better when I hold the tripod. I wonder if I could reduce the shaking if I make this a bit tighter. Okay, let's see if that helps the movement a bit. Maybe a little bit. Small bridge on this one. Yeah, currently the 61 meter is kind of the limit for the Suez Canal. I'm not sure about the Panama Canal, but I think it's probably similar. Maybe somebody from the more nautical people in the chat knows what the width of the Panama Canal is, or what the max width of a ship can be. But for the Suez Canal, yeah, 61 is the limit right now. And honestly, I don't think they'll get much wider because it starts to get difficult to maneuver them in ports, right? for example, when these ships, like this one, when it arrives in Antwerp, it has to make like a 180 turn, and then it reverses into the dock. But the spot where they do the 180 turn has limited width, so if you make the ships even wider, then they won't be able to complete the turn safely anymore. The widest cargo ship in the world is MSC Irina. That's exactly the same ship as the Loretto, the Irina, because that we saw on Friday. The Loretto is called the Irina class, because the Irina was the first one of that kind, but now there are 6 of those. So the Loretto is exactly the same ship, the one that we saw on Friday, and the one that's coming back to Antwerp. Wait, Panamax is 32 meters? No. So these ships don't fit through the Panama Canal. Interesting. So it is mostly the Suez Canal then. That's a bit ironic, because I barely see any ships go through it anymore. It always seems like these big container ships that are coming to Antwerp went through around Africa. With all the pirate stuff and the people shooting rockets at the ships. The Valiant is looking fresh, though, I have to say. She's looking really fresh. Yeah, Panama Canal indeed did not narrow. Yeah, so no big container ships can go through it. So if you have a big container ship that has to go from Europe to West Coast, it has to go all the way around. Wow. Probably doesn't happen that much from Europe to West Coast then. What do I know so much about? I watch a lot of YouTube videos. We've been doing this for a few months now, so the chat has also learned me a lot about ships in general. There are a few people who worked on these ships, so they're very knowledgeable. 8,800 containers can fit on this one. The small one, small containers. The new Panamax is 51 meters. Gotcha. Okay. But yeah, that still means the 61 meters won't go through there. You really enjoy this shipspotting scene? Thanks, man. I'm glad you enjoy the vibe. The most important reason for me to do it is to relax. It helps me relax. I always leave this spot with a better feeling than when I arrived, so as long as that happens, we'll be doing the ship spotting. The day I feel worse than when I arrived here, then I'll stop doing it. Hey, Wurstbrot, how are you? Look at her bulb sticking out of the water. Let's zoom out as far as we can. From this course, you saw that. Yeah, that was such a cool stream, Wurstbrot. Oh. One day I hope to be able to do it as well. Join a tugboat with the stream. So for those of you who missed it, on Friday evening, there's one other ship spotter on Twitch and YouTube. They're doing it in German though, German language. And they're in Hamburg. They're called Hamburg Haven Live. You can look them up if you want. And they were doing a stream on a tugboat, tugging a 360 meter ship into port. It was so cool to see. Luckily, I do understand a little bit of German, so I was able to follow most of what they were saying. It was very cool to see and learn stuff from tugboats. Hafen means harbor, yeah. Even in Dutch, the word is haven, but with a V. So Haven. That's a Dutch word for a harbor or port. But yeah, it was very, very cool to see the tugboat in action, see the inside of the tugboat, be so close to one of these giant ships. Really cool. Hey, Tompkin. Also very high in the water, as you can see. You can see her steering fin. But as I said, I think the heavier loaded ships can't come in right now because it's low tide, so they'll have to wait until the water is higher. I love the stream. Thanks, man. She's also a bit heavier on her on the back. If I go towards the front, you will see that the red line increases a little bit, just slightly though. But this will be the biggest one for today. I'm afraid there is some more stuff on the way, but I don't think there's another 300 meter coming. Valletta, Malta. Look at that tail slicing through the water. Very turbulent water. You don't want to fall in that part. If I zoom in near the buckle, you can even see the shackles that keep the containers in place. It's like the diagonal axis on the fourth row from the top. Those are buckles that attach to those gray structures. And then all the ones above are just interlocked with forelocks. After the Olivia, it looks quiet from all. Yeah, I know. I knew it was going to be a shorter stream today, but I'll definitely wait for the Olivia. And the MSC Mandy I also see in the distance coming. So there's some more stuff coming. You wonder what isn't? Literally everything you can imagine is in those containers. It's everything you can imagine, from explosives to clothing to goods. We have a drop shipping command now. It's funny. Let's get one more look at her up close. All the trucks or trains, a lot of them are also moved by train. For example, in Canada, look at her heavy ass. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So in Canada, there's the Pacific Trail or something, Pacific Railroad, that goes all the way from coast to coast. And it literally sometimes it's kilometers long, those trains, and they're all containers. And they're even double stacked, which is really cool. Here in Europe, I've never seen that before, but in Canada, they have two containers on top of each other on one train cart thing. I don't know what the word is. So there's a lot of containers moving through Canada on those trains. But yeah, trucking is probably still the most used way. Also in Antwerp, there's a lot of containers leaving through a train as well. And I would assume that in Rotterdam it's similar. Trucks and trains. Well, you have like these bigger ships, like this one, that does the long distance trips. And then there's the smaller container ships that will transfer them. They call them, what was it again? Feeders. Feeder ships, they call them. And they will go to these big ports like Antwerp, Rotterdam, Hamburg, pick up containers that were delivered by these big boys, and then drop them off in smaller ports. Oh, another thing I forgot. These are also transferred then to inland vessels like... That's actually funny. Oh, camera, what are you doing? I'm drunk? Like this one. So these ones can deliver them up a river as well, more inland. So that's another way. There's actually plenty of ways that they... Not just trucks. This is an inland one that's shipping a few containers. This is the Tranquillo on the way to... What, to Ghent? No, then it missed the turn. You see the bigger red trying to cross the ocean on a ship's rudder? Holy crap, that sounds crazy. No, I've not. I don't watch much news at Hakumer, so I'm not aware of that. It sounds crazy though. So this is the MSC Mandy that's on the way. Oh, she's pretty empty. Wow. And then I think there's the Arklow something coming. Someone confirmed this is the Arklow. And then I think the Olivia, that's the red one in the distance. It's a brand new ship from this year. Yeah, this is the Arklow Cliff. Came from Runcorn, UK. General cargo ship, 87 meters long, 14 meters wide. Currently 6.2 meters in the water. I would say she's pretty fully loaded though. Going at 9 knots. Sailing under the Irish flag. It's an Irish ship. That's something we don't have that often. Built in 2017. something. If you let the internet choose for a boat name, it will be Boaty McBoatface, right? In certain ports, we had to keep constant watch on the ro-ro ramp, so stowaways couldn't get in. Wow. That's crazy. It's a good info, Makandas. Also, hi to the people on YouTube. You're with 26 right now. If you have questions, I want to say something in the chat. I do see your messages as well. I'm not a crazy man. We're also live on twitch.tv, which is where most of the chat is. Oh, that's a nice shot with the MSC in the background. Don't forget to drop a sub on the YouTube. We're trying to grow the YouTube channel a little bit. The subs have been growing. So I'm happy with that. For now, I'm only doing live streams as well on YouTube. There are plans for more YouTube-specific explainer content, but it's time. But for now, it's just also, I'm just streaming on both platforms. But I would like to do more with YouTube at some point. Damn, she's really low in the water, isn't she? Did she come all the way from the UK like this in the stormy weather? That's a brave little ship that could. properly loaded, it's quite pleasant at sea. Even if like the big waves are starting to hit you. I don't know how big the waves were at the sea over the past few days. Oh, with all the wind. Was the picture and link in a boat up? I'll take a look at it after the stream. Yeah, for all the people who are watching, we also have a Discord where there's a lot of boat talk going on these days in the Discord. Really cool to see it a bit more active again. Also, you can get notifications when we go live there or updates on the schedule. So yeah, feel free to join if you want to. Because there are sometimes these impromptu pop-up streams that I do if something interesting is coming in. Then I'll jump in the car, drive here, and do a short pop-up stream to catch an interesting ship. It's water mass versus ship mass. How old is the Arklow? Is it 2017? She's looking fresh as well. Nice green colors on her. She also has a bow thruster. That's the white symbol you can see on her bow. One bow thruster to help her steer. More maneuver, actually. As you can see, it's a very low tide right now. White and green. Where's the orange? Oh, the orange section is underwater. Oh, that's cool. That's neat. What's up, meaty? The tide is currently rising. The high tide will be at 7:37 tonight. The lowest tide was at 1. So that's literally like, the low tide was literally like 10 minutes ago. Here, Ireland. Well, I came from Corn something in the UK. What was it? Runcorn. Say hi to the crew for a minute. Got that weapon shield on the chimney. Looks cool. Doors open. Near Liverpool. There's a little of waves there. Yeah, I burned out a bit on geocaching. I burned out on streaming actually for a few months. And then during those few months I came to the spot just to clear my mind every once in a while. And then I decided, let's try it for the stream, and people seem to like it. So here we are. All right, MSC Mandy is on the way. Yeah. Let's go back to her. Oh, it's no more drops on the windshield. No. A few more boats, Rain. A few more boats. Well, I think 2 to be exact. Oh, wait. There we go. So the big ship that you see is the MSC Mandy 3. Wonder if there's a Mandy 1 and 2, or maybe Mandy 1 and 2 sank. She came from Bremerhaven. Container ship, 237 meters long, 32 meters wide. Currently, why am I blowing smoke all of a sudden? 8.2 meters in the water, 15 knots. She's built in 1993. That is very old for a ship. Just need song requests? Nah, I feel like song requests would not fit the vibe of the stream at all. Nah. So that means she is 10, 30, she's 32 years old. Wow. That's old for a container, for any like big merchant vessel, that's old. Mandy's capacity, oh, only 2,660. I mean, she's old, right? Back in the day. For a 240 meter ship, that's a low capacity. Thank God I finally found a quiet stream. Dry dock last year. Oh, so she'll be in a good condition. Dude, the temperature must have suddenly dropped here. Because as I'm speaking now, I see vapor coming from my my breathing. So formerly she was named SCI Vivaf and the Bremen Senator. It's a cool name, the Bremen Senator. And then next to her is the Olivia, I think it was the name, and that's a brand. So we have a very old ship, the big one, and then the very small one next to it is a brand new ship from this year. It's the Olivia. It does look like Mandy is going faster. And then on the right you see a dredge. Olivia is on the way to Terneuzen now, so she will take a right-hand turn here. That's cool. General cargo ship, 120 meters, 16 meters wide. Sailing under the Finnish flag. Look at that. A Finnish ship. And Mandy is the Panama flag. Those two might be the final two ships of the day though. Shorter stream today. There's just not much activity on the river. Unless you guys can give me a ship that's coming in a reasonable next amount of time. But I don't think after these two there will be much happening. Inland ship coming through as well. This is also some kind of dredge thing, maybe? Oh, this is the No Limit. Oh, we've seen this one before plenty of times. All right, Hakandas, thanks for hanging, sharing the knowledge, helping out. See you next time. We'll probably be on Friday next week, the next stream. Unless something cool pops up, of course. But no, I gotta go to the office a whole week next week. So yeah, there's no chance of a pop-up stream next week, unfortunately. Do you see a blue boat there? No, this is pretty black. It looks dark. It is quite dark actually. And it does look like there might be some rain coming towards me. That's why I'm hoping these last 2 ships, we can pick them up. And then we can wrap things up for today. There's 3 ships coming from Antwerp, but they are probably, and are they interesting ones? Let me check what is coming then. Where are they? Oh, yeah. That's almost an hour. There's the Paris, 180 meters. There's like the tanker that you talked about, the Yeoman. A self-discharging bulk carrier. What a name. And then the Balbay, another bulk carrier. They're all empty. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it's pretty far. So next weekend should be interesting. There's a lot of options next weekend because we have a cruise ship coming into Antwerp and it's supposed to arrive during the daytime, which means we might have a chance to finally catch our first cruise ship here on this spot, on the river, on stream. But at the same time, there's also the Pioneering Spirit, which is a ship that's, 140 meters wide. It's like a massive build crane ship type thing that is going to Rotterdam. It will be cool to catch it, but there's so many factors involved in catching it. There's the weather, there's when it will come in, will it be daytime, will it be dark? So I'm leaning more towards trying to catch the cruise ship than the Pioneering Spirit, especially with the weather and everything. I think it might just be more feasible to try to catch the cruise ship. But I would say it's all the same day. And as I said, it could be that one of the, not the cruise ship, but one of the Pioneering Spirit is just docked or anchored in front of the coast first. It's a really tough one. And since Rotterdam is not around the corner either, yeah. But for all the info, I would say join the Discord and you'll get info there. What is happening with the bit rate? What the hell? Stream, what are you doing? Yeah, first need AIS, exactly. Well, but yeah, as I said, if you want to stay up to date, join the Discord. I'll update you on what's gonna happen and whatnot. The Pioneering Spirit would be really, really cool to spot, but oh no, it's dropping. There's more drops coming down. Come on, stay dry for another 15 minutes. Yeah, so it left. It's supposed to, or maybe it's even later, the Pioneering Spirit, so it might not even come in on Saturday. Maybe it's delayed, or there's so many factors with the Pioneering Spirit. Dude, why is my internet suddenly so trash? What are you doing? Somebody using up all the 4G here in the area? My other modern tanked. What is this? Oh, yeah, it's just my streaming back. Hello from the Grand Rapids in Michigan. Wow. Welcome to Europe. Welcome to the Netherlands. Core crew. Alright, so these will be our final 2 ships of the day. We have the MSC Mandy that's approaching, and behind her we have the Olivia, which is a brand new ship from 2014. So, final 2 ships of the show today. It's also very dark already, isn't it? What time is it? 2 p.m. This is also the Netherlands toast. But this is the side of Belgium, yes. But we are in the Netherlands, officially. Yeah, I forgot. It's the MSC Mandy 3. We don't know what happened with 1 and 2, but it's a 3. Every single ship we saw today was high up in the water, actually. And that's because it's low tide right now, so the draught is limited. They increased it every time it went through the dry dock. I would assume they have a Mandy 2 and 3. I have to look it up. Or had Mandy 2 or 3. Yeah, it's definitely raining a bit more now. Still not really raining, but just a few drops every minute. Because to dry dock twice in a fight, it would be Mandy. Yeah, because this is a very old ship, by the way. This thing is a, what was it? I forgot. Hang on. 1993. She was built in 1993. That's so old for a ship like this. 32 years old, yeah. Bump the colors a little bit. It's older than some of the viewers. I feel like most of my viewers are beyond 32. It could be wrong though. Somebody left the door open. Alright, and then our final shippy of the day. Brand new from this year. So we got an oldie, now we have a newie. This is the Olivia. I might be the youngest person here. Hey, I'm 37. Shouldn't be the youngest here. So the Olivia came from an anchor point in front of the coast. She was waiting to come in, 119 meters. You are 32? Okay, so I'm not the youngest. The youngest, good. And she's gonna take a right-hand turn here, right before us. But I feel like I should color correct a little bit. Let's try. So if you do this. Yeah, now she's a little bit more colorful with this dark weather. One bow thruster. You're from 04. Oh, you might be the youngest one in chat, Kristen. Who bits younger than Kristen? Don't say you're below 13, because then we have to ban you. Because you're not allowed to be on Twitch if you're below 13 years old. Twitch even has like some kind of sensors on it. There's a person on deck. He's ready to man the mooring lines. You got a son from 04. Yay, now the stream is stable again for bitrate. It's good. This is a Lang ship. It's probably the company that owns it. No snorking, no snoring. Langship is a Finnish shipping company. Oh. And it is a Finnish ship, so that makes sense. So yeah, she was parked in front in the river here, just at the entranceway of the river, waiting for a pilot to guide her in. Yeah, the stream is almost finished with this Finnish ship. Alright, so she's taking the right-hand turn here, as you can see. The MSC Mandy is going straight, and this one is taking the turn towards Ghent. Yeah, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a follow or subscribe for more ship content, more live ship spotting. I always love this shot with the ship going beyond the land. Really cool. I think it's called the Ambition, Sulzy, if I'm not mistaken. Ambition. And in theory, it should arrive by noon, but I don't know. We'll see. All right. So, chatters, I'll press this button here. Hopefully, it's fixed. Yes. All right. So thank you all for hanging out with me. A bit of a shorter one today, but as I said, the river has been very, very, very quiet this week, or this weekend. Next stream on Friday as usual. The usual programming is Friday, Sunday streams, and then other pop-up streams in between. Yeah, thank you all for hanging out, chilling out with me. Don't forget to drop a sub if you're on YouTube, or a follow if you're on Twitch. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.